Here on YouTube, I hear a lot of people talking about how to go more ultralight, but it's pretty rare when you hear someone actually talk about why you should be going more ultralight with your gear. I think if you truly understand why you're going ultralight, it'll help you have a better understanding on where you're going to be shaving weight from your backpacking gear and help you to have a more optimal setup overall. Down in the comment section, I want you to let me know why you go more ultralight with your backpacking gear and your reasonings for it. I have a bunch of reasons for myself why I want to go more ultralight with my gear. Let's talk about those ones today. First up, you're going to be able to go faster and further with less energy if you're lightening up your load. A good example of why lightening up your load is important is to think of it like a semi going up a mountain pass. It's going to have to work a lot harder if it has a heavy load with it, first compared to if it had a trailer left behind and the semi's just going without it. You're going to be the exact same way. That semi is going to be burning a lot of diesel getting up the hill, where the exact same thing for you, you're going to be burning a lot more calories going up the hill. It doesn't matter how fit and strong you are. I've heard that excuse like if you just get in better shape, you can handle the load. If you're in shape and you also have a lighter load, you're going to be able to go faster. Be able to go faster and farther too. If you think about it, if you're able to complete more miles on trail, it means you could actually do a bigger trail in a short amount of time. For example, if you're a pretty busy person and it's hard to find time to take, if there's a 5-day backpacking trip you want to tackle, well, what if you could shorten that down into 3 days? Now, having a lighter load is going to help a ton with you being able to do that. You're also going to be a lot more athletic while you're hiking. I have a lot of camera gear with me today as I'm trying to film a couple videos out here, and I slipped and I kind of fell down part of a cliff and I shinned myself pretty bad on a rock. I'm going to show you guys a photo of that. It's not too pretty. Yeah, you can see down there my shin's looking a little rough, and that right there is the rock I tried to fall down. Not tried, I did fall down. The second reason why I decided to lighten up my backpack is I want to be able to bring my hobbies with me. I'm a big time landscape photographer. I just love it, but problem is camera gear is really heavy. All my camera gear actually weighs more than all my backpacking gear once I'm fully loaded up. For me, it's a struggle deciding what I want to leave at home. Something else you might want to bring with you, something fun like a fishing setup. Do you like fishing? Because if you're able to backpack into some remote alpine lakes, you're going to get some epic fishing out there. What about a pack raft? That would be fun to bring. Or a big one, cooking. I know a lot of people love cooking out in the backcountry, but food can weigh a lot. If you want to bring some fruit, vegetables, even meat, a lot of stuff that has a lot of water weight to it is not going to be very calorically dense. But if you lighten up your backpack and you bring that stuff with you, you can be able to cook up a nice, delicious meal out there and not have to eat some nasty, dehydrated food. Or endless hiking bars. Or trail beers. That's a really heavy one. Third reason why I wanted to go more ultralight is because it's honestly way easier on my body. About 10 years ago, I fractured a vertebrae, so I kind of have to live with some back issues. I've got some nasty injuries from doing sports growing up, and those things are always lingering around. I got my knees ache, so I know a lot of people out there have knee issues, so having a lighter load is really nice for going downhill. Or you got some loosey-goosey ankles. That can be very troublesome too. You're just able to have less weight on your ankles when you step on that tricky rock or root. It'll help you keep your balance a lot more. In general too, as we all get older, we notice our bodies slow down. Luckily, I'm not at a stage yet where I notice anything. As time goes on, I'll eventually hit that demographic. So potentially if you're watching this and you're, not to call you out, but if you feel like you're getting older and your body isn't as agile as it was when you're younger, having a lighter pack, it's just gonna help so much for that. I've met a lot of people retired who are still into backpacking and they're big into the ultralight gear. It's really cool to see it. See people from every demographic being big into ultralight gear, and from all over the world too, for that matter. But that really enables them to be able to maintain their hiking and keep going, because a lot of them have said they wouldn't be able to continue backpacking if it wasn't for having ultralight gear. Their bodies aren't able to keep up with the elevation climbs and descents with a heavy load on their back. The fourth reason, it's honestly just a lot more simpler. Lightening up your backpack, just taking things out and leaving it at home, really streamlines everything for me. It just helps me think way more clearly. I can just grab my stuff, know what to grab. I'm not worrying about leaving stuff behind, and just go. If I had like a big heavy backpack and I need to bring other things that are supporting for that, I'm constantly forgetting stuff. The less stuff I need to take with me, the less stuff I'm likely to forget. I'm a big believer less is more. So having something that I can streamline, just grab and take off to the trail and get me going there sooner. My mind is total chaos sometimes. I can be all over the place, so the less things I pack with me, the less things I'll have a chance to actually forget and leave at home. If you're a busy person and you just need to grab your gear and just hit the trail and go, it's a lot easier if you have a very simple, minimal backpacking setup. And the last reason, honestly, it's fun. It's a lot of fun lightening up your backpack and feeling yourself make trail gains with just leaving certain pieces of gear home. Not feeling so tired when you're out backpacking. on a long trip. And this one kind of contradicts the last point, but experimenting with different loadouts to see what's fun and what's a nice optimal setup for you. And once you start going more ultralight too, you'll find that there's actually quite a few people you run on the trail who are also doing it. And I always strike up a great conversation with those people. And quite often we get talking away and we forget that we got to keep hiking along on the trail. Yeah, I even started a YouTube channel because I love talking about gear so much. I'm just really gonna stress that point home, but you're gonna just have so much more fun if you lighten up your backpack. So of all these reasons why, this is why I do it. Like I said at the start of the video, I want to hear why you guys lighten up your backpack, why you guys have chosen to go more ultralight. So let me know down in the comment section. And I'm not harping on people on talk about how to do it with your gear. I love gear, just like I've stated. If you want to see some gear videos, don't forget to subscribe because I'll have plenty of those coming up in the future. Check out this video over here, some side. This is my ultralight backpacking setup. A few things have changed since then, and I'll talk about that later in a future date. See ya!